I'm Daphne Goode, enjoying the fantastic weather here at the Mill Bay Marina. And you're watching Go Island, Cowichan Valley. We're off to see the boats. On today's show, exploring natural body lotions made right here in the valley. We'll visit Salt Spring Island to check out some independent seniors and helping families affected by autism on Go Island, Cowichan Valley.
Go Island is brought to you by German Auto Import Network.
The famous Aquilini family, who own the Vancouver Canucks, are giving a great gift to families on Vancouver Island. The Aquilinis themselves have a child with autism. And on Vancouver Island, there are a number of families coping with autism as well. One of them is Gordon Smith, who is with me now. Gordon and Leslie, his wife, have 2 children, but Gavin, their son, has autism. First of all, Gordon, welcome to the show. And
Thank you, Daphne.
Please explain what autism is.
Well, autism, in very simple terms, is an expression of some underlying problems. There are wiring problems in the brain, and they can happen for all sorts of different reasons. And so often people will explain certain behaviors with that term, but it encompasses a fairly wide, broad set of circumstances that might create that expression.
I can't imagine what that was like the day that Gavin was diagnosed. What were the emotions that you and Leslie went through and the rest of your family?
Wonder. The initial diagnosis was not autism, but we actually found the underlying factors of some expressions that turned into autism. Autism tends to show itself a little bit later, after 3 or 5 years old. It's more prevalent. So we learned about Gavin when he was around 2, and we had been told that he was very slow, but just wait and things will catch up, And we actually had the Camp Good Times group come to our farm many years ago. They would come and tour and have a wonderful time. And when they came this one day, there were a dozen Camp Good Times wonderful kids and probably 24 pediatricians along with them. And Leslie was holding on to Gavin, and one pediatrician came by and said, "Oh, how old is your son?" And Leslie said 18 months. And she said, "I wouldn't have put him at a year yet." And so we went, So here's a pediatrician telling us a little bit more than we had heard from our GPs. And she said, "Go looking." And so we pushed all the buttons that were not there. We searched for them, pushed them, and tracked our way into the system and determined exactly what the problem was. As I said, it expresses itself as autism on the spectrum.
And so what was life like for you as a family and after you had found out more about autism? How do you live with it?
Well, at that point, because he was so young, and all kids that young are in care, with their families, it was more about what does the future hold for us. And to extrapolate and look ahead was very difficult because they said, we don't really know because this can take many different avenues. So it came to the point where, we just understood that it was what it was and you deal with it on a day-to-day basis. The day-to-day in those days was difficult at school, of course, because Gavin functions in some ways. He functions even now at 15 years old. He functions as a 3-year-old. His memory is that, well beyond mine. So, he has some attributes that are amazing, but in regular societal structures, classrooms, here if he were with us, you would notice movements, perseverate speaking, that would enlighten you to the fact that there's a difference. When you got to know him, you'd find he's a wonderful child, but he's like a cat.
Yeah.
And most autistic people are not social. So he's like a cat. It takes some time, but once he's part of your space, he won't go away. So we're very fortunate in that regard.
Well, I've heard from others who have autistic children that they have not been anywhere. And I think Leslie alluded to this, that there are some people who haven't had kind of a date night for the husband and wife in 8 years. It takes such constant care. So the gift the Aquilinis are giving is a chance for all these families to attend a summer camp. That just sounds fabulous. And the Canucks are going to be involved in a big fundraiser that's being held here at the Mill Bay Marina. So that just must be wonderful for you to have this opportunity.
Well, As a parent, I am so thankful. So really, I think I'm representing, I think it's 1,300 parents on Vancouver Island when I express this thanks. You know, the initiative comes from Andrew Purdy here at the Mill Bay Marina and Ruskin Construction, who brought me on board. The horsepower comes from the Aquilini family, and they set up a program called CAN, the Canucks Autism Network, to do things like this, not just here, but elsewhere as well. They have been very, very involved in the mainland and somewhat in Victoria. And now it's time to broaden that. Andrew Purdy from the Marina is such a community-minded fellow. He wanted to involve himself, and he saw a pathway that would have some real value.
Fabulous. We're going to hear more about this event that's coming up at the Mill Bay Marina. It's on September 28th. Sip and savor. Amazing, legendary blues guy David Gogo is going to be entertaining, and we'll tell you more about the details coming up. Have you ever wondered what life will be like in your senior years? Well, maybe you'll be boating. I'd sure like to be doing that. James Green next with a story about some local seniors on Salt Spring Island who are enjoying the benefits of assisted yet independent living. We're going to take a quick break now, but when we come back, we'll tell you all about the music and the celebrities coming here to the Mill Bay Marina. It is a spectacular day here out at Mill Bay Marina, where the Sip and Savor event will happen on September 28th. A great opportunity. The whole community is going to be coming together to assist families who are experiencing autism. Dwayne Shaw is with me, the general manager of the Mill Bay Marina, and also Bridgman's Bistro, which figures heavily into this wonderful event that's coming up. So Canucks Autism Network is behind this, but which other partners, Dwayne?
You know what, Canucks Autism Network has come down to help us put on an event, and with a company called Macquarie's and C-SPAN, we're partnering up to put on an event down here on September 28th. I think it's going to be just absolutely fantastic. You know, we feel very fortunate to live in the Cowichan Valley and very fortunate to enjoy the sunshine and the space around, and we wanted to share it with a bunch of folks. So what we've done is contacted 10 restaurants and 10 wineries from up in the hillside. The Cowichan Valley is just loaded with wonderful places to eat and fantastic culinary experiences. So we're going to invite 10 restaurants and 10 wineries down here, and you're going to be able to buy tickets and taste a blend of the local wineries and the local foods, and come down and spend some time with some celebrities. You know, we're expecting to see some Canucks here on the 28th, as well as a bunch of local celebrities who you might recognize from the television. We'll see how all of that plays out, but it's going to be just a fantastic event, you know, and our marina's brand new, and we sure looking forward to having lots of folks down that day.
It's great that you're stepping up for this event, and I know as well Rugby Canada, I think, is participating. Gareth Reese is going to be at the event.
Absolutely. You know, Rugby Canada, the guys at Rugby Canada, their program is just excelling, and we're really excited to have those folks come down. So that's going to be a big part of the event, is to have folks like that down. It's going to be great.
And live music from award-winning David Gogo, that is going to be fabulous.
You know what? We're going to be down here from noon to 4, and he's going to be playing from about 2 hours worth of music. It's going to be just fantastic in the background while you're sipping wine and enjoying the views of the Saanich Inlet down here.
Did I hear there's going to be some sort of a special barge, or is it actually going to be held in the restaurant?
C-SPAN has donated a barge, and it's going to be tied actually up to the marina. So you're going to walk down onto the marina and then head up onto the barge, where that'll be a sort of a separate area where you're going to have the wineries, you're going to have the food, you're going to have the music. There's also going to be a silent auction and a live auction as well. So I just think that the whole event is just going to come off fantastic. You're going to be able to come down and meet a lot of great folks and support a great cause. You know, the Autism Network and the folks at the Canucks have put together a great program, and we're really fortunate to be involved with that.
And wonderful that this event is going to assist families in the Cowichan Valley who've kind of been left out in the past. We'll tell you more about that later in the program. Thanks so much, Dwayne, and good luck with the event.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for coming down.
It is said that a woman puts up to 515 synthetic chemicals onto her body every day. Well, how do you get away from those and the parabens, which are preservatives included in many cosmetics which could be harmful? Sucheta Singh meets one woman whose mission is to create clean, simple lotions without the use of chemicals. Well, here at the Mill Bay Marina, Bridgestone's Bistro is behind us, and on September 28th, you don't want to miss great food, wine, David Gogo, Canucks, Gareth Reese. They're all going to be here to help raise funds, and this will all be part of the Canucks Autism Network, which will then provide help for families. So Gordon Smith, your family and others will benefit. How will the money be spent, and how will it help families?
Well, first of all the money stays on the island. And then within the island, we're looking at the places that really need the support, that don't have the support so far. So we're looking specifically at the Cowichan Valley and Nanaimo. There are I'd say over 800 kids between those two venues, those two geographic areas that would be supported by this. It's a camp that we have a template for already. We have all the professionals. We have this template in place that organizes the whole thing for us. So it's marvelous. I have to say it's for families because, you can't necessarily envision an autistic son or daughter going off to camp on their own. And at the same time, it would be difficult for families to exist in a regular camp situation. So here it's a situation where there's no judgment. Everybody is fully supported, and we have the professionals to back us up.
That is really, really great to hear. And the camp, when all this comes together, is happening pretty soon. It'll be 2014, right?
2014, absolutely. We're starting with one camp. We do see more in the future. We will be adding some other pieces to that. Canucks and CAN are really supportive of all recreational activities. So perhaps an hour a month of skate time in the arena. There are all sorts of things that we can organize along with this.
Yeah, maybe some boating trips too.
I'd love that.
Thanks so much for being with us, Gordon. Good luck with everything, and I hope you and your family have a marvelous time at the camp.
Thank you so much, Daphne.
All right. Well, it's been great to have you with us. Now remember, most of our stories come from you in the Cowichan Valley. Be sure to get a hold of us if you have some stories or some people you think should be profiled on Go Island. And you can Facebook us anytime, tweet us, email us. There's lots of ways to get in touch with us. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Go Island is brought to you by German Auto Import Network, Men's Wardrobe by DG Bremner & Co., Menswear and Accessories, Hair Services provided by Salon J,